and it's PG-13. Baby, when I heard this movie was PG-13, I said, what? Just because you don't see blood, I don't think it's a pass on hardcore violence. They need to have a kill count. If blood is the only criteria that we have, blood and guts and gore, to get a rated R, I really think you need to have a kill count. Just like you can't drop too many F bombs before you have to cross your threshold. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you need a kill count because that movie was ultra, ultra violent. But I digress. I'm telling you about the movie.
It's showtime.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Nita, your favorite Diva, and I am back to review Black Adam. This is the newest installment to DC EU. Okay, directed by Jaume Collet-Serra. I hope I didn't butcher that. Not really familiar with the name. However, when I was looking through his work, I am familiar with a lot of other things like Orphan, House of Wax, The Shallows, and most recently, another The Rock, Wayne Johnson led movie, The Jungle Cruise. Who knew? Okay, so I like his body of work. I like him. He looks like he's all over the place. Um, but what he actually accomplished here, as far as the action, needs to be highlighted in what he was able to create here. The movie is classified as an action, fantasy, sci-fi. It is 2 hours and 2 minutes, and it's PG-13. Baby, when I heard this movie was PG-13, I said, what? Just because you don't see blood, I don't think it's a pass on hardcore violence. They need to have a kill count. If blood is the only criteria that we have, blood and guts and gore, to get a rated R, I really think you need to have a kill count. Just like you can't drop too many F bombs before you have to cross your threshold. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you need a kill count because that movie was ultra, ultra violent. But I digress. I'm telling you about the movie. Okay, so anyway, the synopsis reads: nearly 5,000 years after he was bestowed with the almighty powers of the Egyptian gods and imprisoned, just as quickly, Black Adam is freed by his earthly tomb, ready to unleash his form of justice on the modern world. And that is all I'm going to say because this is your spoiler-free review. If you're new to the channel, welcome and welcome back. You know we do here. I watch movies so you don't have to. I give you the good, bad, a little bit of in between with no spoilers, of course. And I'll let you know whether or not you should know or go see it in the theaters, which it came out today. Let's get with the good, shall we? So, first of all, I'm just going to say it is a entertaining superhero flick. It is a comic book B movie. It's not breaking any barriers. It's not doing none of that. But I am proud to say that I had a blast with it. I didn't want to be nitpicking and over analyzing. You know, I know what The Rock gives. I know what his brand gives. I got all that. I got it. So, yes. So it was like an anti-hero story. Okay. So the best parts were the middle. The middle is where the sweet spot lies. The setup, the ending, but I definitely dug the middle of it. When he was battling the Justice Society, that is, I was like, did we miss a movie? Because I want the movie of the Justice Society. Like, I'm just saying, did we miss a movie? So to start with the character that stands out to me, it would definitely have to be Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate. Y'all, James Bond played Dr. Fate in the DCEU. He was absolutely one of the best things of the movie, one of the most impactful emotional beats of the film, and I enjoyed his performance. Aldis Hodge was pretty good too. He was a little annoying, just a little annoying. He has a close friendship with Dr. Fate, and I love that about him. And then he also has like this rivalry back and forth with Black Adam, and it's kind of funny to me. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna say I was like the only one in my theater laughing. So I don't know. I might be on out on a limb about the funniness or whatever, but I thought it was cute. Anyway, um, it was a definitely a cute dynamic that brings some humor and some comedy to the movie. Now, Sarah Shahadi, Shahi, I kind of liked her just a little bit. She reminded me of like a Laura Toon-esque type person. Like her, she plays Adriana, and she's kind of like everybody's looking for. She's kind of like one of the rebellious types that's trying to find some, this MacGuffin that's in the movie. And so she plays the mother to a little boy named Aman. And Aman is played by Baji Sabuji. I can't do the Indian names. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know. So forgive me. Their roles serve to me the through line for Black Adam and parallels kind of like his earthly family, if that kind of makes sense. I'm not trying to go into spoilers, but what I'm trying to say is like that's how I saw the relationship, the pseudo relationship, and the closeness and the bond that they kind of shared throughout the movie. They are tied to this subplot of this particular country where Black Adam is, this liberation movement, and that's all I'll say about that. But that is a subplot in itself, and it kind of weaves in and out. And I will say, when we get on the part of the country's liberation movement, it kind of drags just a little bit. Now, the movie is fast paced, it's fast running and fast paced, but I think when we, how when we talk about, Godzilla and stuff, and when we get to the humans, it kind of veers off into like, ain't nobody asked for this. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. Um, the special effects were great to me. I think they were great. It was so much action, and you was able to see it. And I heard some people complaining about the slow motion. I wasn't bothered by it. I'm really bothered by it when Zack Snyder does it. It's so noticeable. But I think when you're talking about a character like Shazam and how fast he is and how fast things are moving, we're talking about bullets, we're stopping bullets in midair. So you need those moments of slow motion. So I didn't, and plus I got to see all the action. So, and that's why I think it was very well done. I enjoyed the comedic beats. Like I said, I might be on the island by myself because I was chuckling, but however, other folks weren't. I mean, it was like dead silence in the movie theater, like not a cheer, not a. I don't know. I don't know what that means, but I had a good time with it. So let's get to the bad. Okay, so I didn't like the character of Adam Smasher from the Justice Society. He was like a bumbling idiot. I mean, I guess he was supposed to be new to the Justice Society. He provided a few laughs here and there. It was a throwaway character nonetheless, as well as Cyclone, played by Quintessa Swindell. A B character. She was beautiful. She was stunning. She wasn't a bumbling idiot, but her power set didn't really bring what I think we needed for a Black Adam character because he is so strong. Okay. So they were just there, nothing to do, no character development at all. Eh, you know. And the villain of this movie was forgettable, god awful. But Nita, how you say you enjoy the movie, but I always say your movie isn't better than your villain. You know what I'm saying? I always say like it's as good as your villain. And this villain wasn't all that good. And I think maybe that's why people weren't really impressed. But I still think that with all of the action and all of the violence and all of the things that the humor that I got, it was still stronger than the villain piece they had. That just kind of really felt like a tacked on afterthought because we'll get into it. Okay, so the movie had a couple of endings for me. So it felt like it ended. It felt like we was about to end sync and roll the credits, right? But no, it was a whole nother third act that kind of was a little jarring for me. It felt like the ending, it was ended, but it was 30 more minutes left. The pacing was a bit off. However, I said it's fast paced, but the way the movie was structured, it was a little clunky. And the story structure, the pacing was fine. It was 2 hours. I felt like that was the sweet spot. You didn't need to go over 2 hours. I felt like it was fine. Just the structuring was awkward, because when I because it felt like it had a couple of endings, which throws the pacing off a little bit. It's a turn your brain off type of movie, to have some fun with. You know, The Rock's brand of blockbuster movies. I think it could have came out during the summer. If you don't like The Rock, you may or may not like this. But with me, I'm not a I'm not totally off the boat with The Rock's brand. Now, whether or not I'm rushing to go see it, that's a whole nother thing. But I haven't given up on him. He's like a hit or miss. Um, that bombastic, that thing. But you know what, y'all? I did not like the trailer at all. So I had no expectations going into this, and I think I was just pleasantly surprised. I haven't counted him out yet. I didn't highlight him because his performance was just good. I mean, it was just meh. You know, it was The Rock. Okay. So if you think about it too much, it may not be much of a great installment. But if you just go in just off of, just what you see, what you get, or whatever, I think you can have some fun with it. So before I give you my overall thoughts on Black Adam, make sure you follow me on social media. It's right there. Was fun, entertaining, popcorn blockbuster that definitely surprised me. It's not the most original film, but it's a good time at the theater nonetheless. With some major action sequences and ultraviolet action, I can't lie, the special effects were on point. The standout of the film for me was Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate. The visuals, his gravitas that he brings to the character, his art, how it kind of, how it worked. It just worked very well for the film. So, yes, I loved it. I loved his performance. Not I loved it, the movie. I loved his performance in the movie. Anyway, so for the ranking, I might give this like a 3 out of 5. A 3 out of 5 for Black Adam. I was pleasantly surprised. I absolutely went in with no expectations and pleasantly surprised. Not the most original. If you're like superhero fatigued, we might have a problem. You know what I'm saying? So, just take it for as it is. It's not anything groundbreaking. It's not anything new. It was just enjoyable. So, for my Diva recommendations, I have Justice League, I have Man of Steel, and I have Suicide Squad. Pick whichever one you want, okay? So anyway, try to stick with the DCEU so you know what the deal is. So that is it. I'm Nita, your favorite diva. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tell me whether or not you like the movie or not. Let me know if you are kind of off the boat with The Rock or what. Let me know down in the comments and I'll get down in the comments with you to chat it up. As always, I'm Nita, your favorite diva. Make sure you come back. Bye.